Hello everyone, it's Nicole Atherton here with another Project Life process video. This time I'm going to be doing week 14. I'm doing my very best to get completely caught up before Week in the Life starts this coming Monday, April 17th. So this is not this current week, but it's the week before. I am using a Gossamer blue kit from this year, and the reason I chose this kit was because the pictures that I chose for this week had some purples and reds in them with some blues, and that was the color scheme of that particular Life Pages kit from Gossamer Blue. So I thought it complemented, especially the tulip photo right there, pretty well. The red pattern paper that's underneath the title card with the click, that's, I don't know, old Studio Calico paper from a while ago. So if you really want to know where it came from, let me know and I will do my best to find out for you. The other elements that I'm using are from Ali Edwards' story kit, and this is an old one from I think like the first year that she was doing them, and it's called Click. And I just recently went through and I broke down a bunch of my older story kits and took apart the elements and stuff. So, once you go through your stash and you're reminded of some of the stuff that you have, and that's how I kind of picked out these elements to use from her story kit, which are really cool. First, I'm working on my title card, and I wanted to pick up some of the blue that was in some of the neighboring photos on the title card, and also as a house for my dates of the week. So I just took one of the journal cards that I knew I wouldn't be using, that was blue in color, and I just rounded the corners and glued it onto the bottom there. That there's a lot of journal cards out there that have to do with coffee and stuff, and I don't drink coffee. I hate coffee. I've always hated coffee, and I used to drink Diet Coke a lot, but I actually haven't had caffeine in like a year. And when I tell people that, they're like, "Oh my God, what's wrong with you?" But I haven't, and I don't really miss it. But anyway, I digress. Sticking down this Click plastic word, I just use my dot roller adhesive. I'm sure that it would probably stick better if I used like liquid glue, but I was too lazy to get it out. So moving on to putting the year on there. So this is a gray flannel ink that I'm going to stamp off first because I want it to be kind of faded, and it's going to go off the bottom there, but you can tell it says 2017. And then I'm going to use a black ink on top of it to put week 14. And I'm cleaning my stamps with the Stampin' Up! Stamp cleaner pad, which I've had for years, which is so great. And if you guys struggle with cleaning your stamps, I highly recommend it. It's washable, so if one of the sides gets like too dirty with ink and stuff, you just run it under the sink with some dishwater, and the ink comes right out and it just dries. It's plastic, so it's awesome. Anyway, so there's my week number 14 with the faded 2017 in the background. And then these wood veneer pieces are also from that February Gossamer Blue Life Pages kit. And that one says noted on it. I also wanted to use the green card that you see under the opening day photo, which I got from the internet. The green card is from the Studio Calico Documenter Kit Birds and Bees from March of this year, and it says, "Green is the prime color of the world, and that from which its loveliness arises." And I thought that was a nice sentiment, and I wanted to definitely include it in the early parts of spring when things were still green and beautiful. Excuse me. I'm getting over a cold, so that's also why I haven't been around very much. I was sick this week that I'm documenting at the end of this week, and then this current week I was sick also, so annoying, but opening day is a big deal around here because I love baseball. And my wife loves baseball too, but not as much as I do. But opening day was this Monday, and so there were 13 games on TV, and we had baseball on all day, and then we had a baseball themed dinner. So I spent several pockets talking about that. And I took that opening day photo of Fenway Park from the internet, and I just cropped it to fit what I needed. And then we had hot dogs and homemade pasta salad. And these, this Just Saying hashtag wood veneer piece, and then the one on the right hand side where it says hashtag feels, these are from an older Studio Calico kit, excuse me. And I'm not sure exactly which one it's from, but these are the last two that I had from that collection. The camera wood veneer piece is from the Ali Edwards Click Story Kit. And I thought it'd be cool to put a piece of pattern paper kind of in the middle where that circle is, and leave the rest as a see-through element. I'm not sure at this point what I'm going to put in the circle, but I knew that I wanted to put some pattern paper in there. And that card that I just cut apart is from the Birds and Bees documentary kit from Studio Calico, March of this year. Just lining it up, trying to figure out which way I want it to go. Doesn't really matter. These little banners that they have silver metallic on them, they are from the Click Story Kit also. And now I'm writing about my older kitty, Ophelia. She's in the bottom right there. She's almost 18, you guys, and she's kind of not doing so good. So my ex brought her up for a visit since he was going to be in the area, and because I couldn't leave town because of work and stuff. But this way I got to spend some time with her. She's so sweet. I made her sit with me while I was sick on the couch. And the photos for the win is another card from the Click Story Kit, just so you guys know. I'll link all of these references in the information part of this video. I don't think the Click Story Kit's available anymore, but at least you can see the components. And I think this might be digitally available, at least, so you can get some of the journaling cards and stuff. The photo love that's going inside the camera piece on that white, on the pattern paper, is also from that story kit. And I put A on the heart because that is her initial. And I wanted to use one of these Maggie Holmes sentiments, celebrate each day. Years ago, a vet had told us that she is lived well beyond her expected life, and that each day is a gift. So I wanted to add the celebrate each day to capture that thought. Just journaling about catching up on Walking Dead, which was such a disappointment. Man, I don't know if you guys watch it, but that season finale sucked so bad. I was so mad. Anyway, I'm not quite over it yet. But anyway, just gluing down the photo love here. And if you can tell, there's a little bit of red sort of throughout the spread. And I started off with the red title card, and then there's red in the opening day photo, red in the shopping basket, and then red on the right-hand side with the whole story journaling card. There's more red on the right, on the left-hand side than there is on the right, and I couldn't really balance it. My photos just didn't work out that way. But I tried to sprinkle some purple on the left-hand side also. I tried to balance out the top and the bottom also with the green grass from the opening day on top and the green photos for the win card on the bottom. And then the photo love camera element is kind of a neutral tan, and so is Maggie in that top picture. And then on the bottom, on the other side, is that photo that's neutral in color as well. And here I am just adding some more of these sentiment strips, which I love, and I'll probably end up using most of them. And that does it for this week. I want to thank you guys so much for spending time here with me and checking things out. I know that time is very precious and valuable, and we all have a lot going on. So thank you. And if you like what you saw and you had some inspiration, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. And if you are, great. Thank you so much. And I'll see you guys next time. Happy crafting.